Hello, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about Bronzite, the crystal that gets your energy right, in which I'll be explaining in this video. But Bronzite is such a cool stone of infinite patience. I have to say, this is the ultimate patient stone, and I'll teach you guys how to use this crystal and how you guys can combine it with other crystals and good Bronzite combinations. But in this video, we're going to go all in on what Bronzite actually is and what Bronzite actually is not. Okay, so people have been asking me about Bronzite over the years, and I've been waiting till I'm 100% mastered on Bronzite before I exactly know what to teach you guys. So this crystal is very strange. This crystal has soccer ball-like energies. So the first question I ever get about Bronzite is, oh, this is the best return to sender stone? The answer is no. Why do people think it's a return to sender stone? Which it is, actually, but not in the way that you think of it. Every return to sender functions completely differently. So Bronzite acts like a soccer ball. So I remember during a very specific event, and it's when everyone was wearing the masks. I can't actually say the event's names. It's when everyone was wearing a mask, and I was working out in the gym, and I took a sip from my water bottle, and I took off my mask, and I was getting heavily evil-eyed. Now, at the time, I wore every single crystal individually, like row by row, which was a lot of crystals. And the person was evil-eyeing like this, and I was just looking at the person, I'm just like... And then my Bronzite just shot off. It just basically erupted like telekinesis. And I'm like, wow, that was kind of impressive. That person had so much hatred that they burst one of the gemstones, which at the time I didn't have tourmaline strapped on me like that, which was very interesting because I was still learning. So some days I would take a break from certain gemstones. Some days I'd wear all the gemstones. Sometimes I'd wear gemstones in different places. But the Bronzite popped off. And then I took the Bronzite home and I investigated the energies. It basically kicked back that person's energy so hard, and I actually never seen that person at the gym ever again. Like, they used to come very often, but something happened to the whatever point where they can't work out anymore. I don't know, that's up to God. Like I said, these crystals work in the favor of light and what's good and what's right through the Most High God, so they will be sending back negative energies. Now, of course, I'm at the beach, so I'll be looking around, and I'll be watching my environment. So Bronzite is a return to sender stone. So one thing you have to know about Bronzite is a crystal that, like I said, it acts like a soccer ball. It kicks negative energy back. And yes, I'll have to put up my window temporarily because there's a giant crowd walking past. But Bronzite is that crystal to, when you see someone looking negatively at you, oops, blasting my AC. When someone's looking negatively at you, it will literally kick their energy back in their face. So if Flat cancels out their negative energy. If Flat just erupts all the negative energy that they have towards you straight back at them. Why is that? It's because it's trying to not let it in. So Bronzite is not by default a crystal that's meant to send back negative energy, but when it's protecting your patience, which is the number one aspect of this gemstone, is Bronzite is a patience crystal. So Bronzite is a crystal that specifically protects your patience. It gives you patience, and it protects your patience. Now let's think about that. How many aspects, in the sense that how many times have you lost your patience and it cost you your blessing? And be honest. Be honest about this. So how many times have you completely just lost your patience? Some people are going to be like, well, here and there. Well, the thing is, we lose blessings when we lose our patience, when we start flipping out, when we start getting mad at people. When you're in traffic and you're driving and you're being really angry and you're being really frustrated and you really can't control your energy, and the energy's flying all over the place, and one thing happens next to another, and then you lose your patience. It costs you your blessing in one way or another. If you don't want to admit it, it happens regardless of whether you admit it or not. But if you're big enough as a person to say, okay, I lost my patience and it might have cost me this, and this, and it caused me to delay my blessings this much, or maybe you might be suffering some kind of karma because you lost your patience, Bronzite protects your patience. It's the number one aspect that you have to know about Bronzite. It gives you unlimited patience. So I'm going to give this as a really easy mechanism for you guys to understand Bronzite right now. What's 8 on its side? What is 8 on its side? 8 on its side is infinity. So infinity patience. So that's how you can think of Bronzite. It's literally unlimited amounts of patience. So you ever just wonder how some people can get yelled and screamed at, or have people treat them in a certain way and they're just like, okay. Versus there's a line in people where they're just like, I can't take this anymore, and they snap. Bronzite defends that. So in the gym, I'm gonna go back to my example from earlier. There was a guy who's just evil-eyeing me, and I was just looking at him because that's the energy of this gemstone. So the energy of Bronzite is like, you'll just, anytime someone tries to aggravate you or tries to get you upset, tries to take you down to their level, you'll just look at them. You won't really react because Bronzite is restricting that reaction. It's one of the most grounding stones. It's one of the most protective stones of your patience. So that's a trend that I would like you guys to understand. It defends your patience, and patience is everything. This is the ultimate patience stone. So a lot of times you guys can't get to where you want to be because you didn't have the patience. So let's talk about, for example, and this is actually related to the Archangel Sabathiel, the Archangel of patience and wisdom. And yes, I'm opening my window again because I was patiently waiting for the people to walk by, and they did. But Bronzite is a crystal to give you that unlimited patience, and it's a very respectable virtue, and a very because some people are like, I already have patience, and then that person will be like, well, what's taking so long? So the longer you can hold your cool, the less the enemy can get to you. There's something about Bronzite, it's more like the coals and the fire that keep burning. So Bronzite is a root chakra crystal, it's a solar plexus chakra crystal, and it's a sacral chakra crystal, but it's brown. Some Bronzite is more brown than others. Some has little streaks of the flex in it, which I can't remember the mineral inclusions. I'm not gonna go into mineral inclusions every video, especially because YouTube is very strict about going on minerals. I'm like, is this silicon dioxide? And they're checking like, so and that's why I'm number one on the monetization on certain aspects of crystals. It's because I keep the crystal information spiritual. Disclaimer, this is a spiritual channel. Okay, so when it comes to Bronzite, the biggest thing you have to understand is patience, 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 patience. You have to be really honest with yourself if you're a patient person. Some people don't understand the aspect of patience, so this crystal will help you meditate on the aspect of patience. So when you wear Bronzite, you just feel very patient. So that the little tick in your mind that sets people off doesn't get set off when you wear Bronzite that easily. So let's just say someone's testing your patience. You've always heard that term. This person's testing my patience. This person's testing my patience. Essentially, it doesn't get tested like that because it stays on the outside. That's why it gets kicked back. It's like a soccer ball, but if it went into your net, it would have tested your patience. So it's like the goalie kicking it back. So that's why the energies will get sent back. It's because for someone who's trying you so much, now that person gets tried, and their karma tries them because they were trying to try you. So that's a very valuable thing to understand about Bronzite. That's why it's considered a return to sender stone. Of course, it's the specs on it that not all Bronzite has, little reflective pieces, send back negative energy like a mirror. Now, that's good like Tiger Eye, and it's one of the best grounding crystals ever. So let's talk about some Bronzite combinations. So that's, by the way, that's why Bronzite is such a good return to sender stone. There's a lot of myths about Bronzite which are true. So it's a return to sender stone, yeah, but just not how you know it as. The stone, another myth about Bronzite, it can't hold any negative energy. Yes and no. Essentially, it allows you to not hold any negative energy, so you're able to release it, which releases it back to whoever sent it towards you. So it does need to be cleansed and charged still. I'll tell you guys when you need to cleanse and charge crystals. Bronzite's one of them. It likes sunlight. Combine Bronzite. I'm combining words here. Combine Bronzite with Tiger Eye for unlimited patience and knowledge. So it'll open your clairvoyance. It'll have you perceiving the earth differently. You'll be able to look at the astral realm with different vision, with different goggles. And if you see flies around here, when it rains in Florida in the summertime, it's gonna be buggy, okay? So occasionally a bug will want to say hi. It's not any kind of entity. It's Florida, and there's bugs around. Now, when it comes to Bronzite and smoky quartz, this is the ultimate. And by the way, I suggest you combine Bronzite with black tourmaline for obvious reasons with every other crystal, but Bronzite, smoky quartz, hematite. Now I'm just giving away some valuable combinations. Bronzite, smoky quartz, hematite. You'll have so much patience that you just won't really... It's not that you don't care. It's about you care so much about what matters that you don't get upset over certain things. That's an energy you have going for you with Bronzite. So, not many people are sure what to make of Bronzite. People are like, I'm not sure what this crystal does. People think of it as a return to sender, but when they use it for a return to sender, it's returning energy differently than how people perceived it, which is not what people expected, and it takes a little longer because it's not specifically a return to sender stone. So when you understand Bronzite, it's about patience, and it helps you stay cool. I'm going to show you guys my Bronzite. If I can take my anklet off, that would be wonderful. I have one hand that I'm doing this, and I'm pretty handy, so I got the anklet off. Cool, I got to show you guys my Bronzite. People are like, we want to see your Bronzite. So here's my Bronzite. Here is my Bronzite. I have 100 million anklets on, and I just took off the wrong one. Okay. So Bronzite, like I said, gives you infinite patience, which helps you do things quicker. So that's the biggest thing you have to understand about Bronzite. Here we go. Here's the Bronzite. I'll teach about the other crystals in the future, but remember how I just said the energy is like a soccer ball? It's like a soccer ball. So it's not... It might not be the most beautiful crystal. Some people might find it very beautiful. Some people might just think, oh, it's boring and plain. Let me talk about the combinations again. Smoky quartz and Bronzite, it prevents you from being angry, and it helps you stay very patient. Smoky quartz and hematite with Bronzite, very good because you stay patient, you stay motivated, you stay, it helps you reach your goals and tasks. What about just hematite and Bronzite? It helps you be very strong emotionally. So if you're someone who's not strong emotionally, Bronzite and smoky quartz with hematite, or Bronzite and hematite, keep up with me guys, because I'm saying like a few combinations. If I repeat these combinations, it's because they're very strong. It gives you so much patience to the point where people respect you because they're like, or the thing is, one thing that will happen is enemies will get very frustrated. They'll get very, very angry because they're like, I'm trying to get this person mad. I'm trying to get a reaction out of this person, especially with friends, family members, people around you. People like, I can't get to this person. Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? So, and this is anywhere. So, people who try to get you upset, who can't get in, they eventually backfire and they attack themselves because their energy didn't get to you. You didn't accept their energy, and now their energy went back to them because you're not putting up with it. You're not dealing with it. So Bronzite is very good for that in that regard. So let's talk about an abundance of patience. So when you have an abundance of patience, it's just like, well, whatever. You might just have the best of your life, and you're not. The thing is, what happens when you have a really good day and you're wearing Bronzite? Can you be patient or too patient when it comes to good things coming your way? No, because if you're too excited when you're receiving all these good news and good blessings, sometimes you're not doing it correctly. For example, let's just say you won all this random money and you're like, yeah, but you never secured it because you're too happy and you're not patient and you were trying to collect it too quickly. Now you should have asked for receipts, you should have written it down, you should have taken pictures, etc. So Bronzite will have you thinking things out. It'll have you being elaborate. It'll have you asking questions you should be asking. Now, Bronzite and black tourmaline and Bronzite is the best combination. So stick to the combination of hematite, Bronzite, smoky quartz, black tourmaline, carnelian. Carnelian and Bronzite is very good for motivation, energy, and patience. So all these are very good combinations. You can't beat that. I'll have Bronzite on the website coming soon, but Bronzite is just an amazing crystal. It helps you get your energy right. It helps you stay focused. Helps you, it'll help you hear your angels simply by being patient enough to hear them. If you're waiting to hear your angels, sometimes they're waiting for your mind to be quiet. Yay! Guys, Bronzite is very straightforward. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. I'll have Bronzite on the website soon. It's a really cool crystal. It's not often talked about, and most people misteach about it. People teach myth conceptions, which the myths are correct about it, but not like how you think it is. So I taught it how it is. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Check out FloridaStoneman.com.